This is why, yeah. Until you see the final whistle, do not count Arsenal Football Club out. Arsenal 2, Brentford 1. And just as you guys thought that these guys were going to slip up, guess who comes through? Kai Havertz. I mean, are they still singing 60 million down the drain? This is it. Are they still singing 60 million down the drain? Because now that 60 million down the drain is looking like 60 million well spent, because that is a massive 3 points for Arsenal Football Club. Listen, before we speak and get into the game, make sure you guys do two things. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and get us all the way to 9K subs. We're nearly at 8.6. So let's get there first and get to 9K. And of course, smash the like button. Let's aim for about 200 to 300 likes, maybe even more. Let's get to 400, 500 like the last Arsenal video did. So let's keep supporting and drop a comment on who you thought was your man of the match in today's game for Arsenal. Now, there's a few things we need to speak about. One, the never say die attitude is finally seeping into the Arsenal veins. Like it or not, Arsenal will win every other game at the Emirates this season. I said it, and that is that. They are going to win every game at the Emirates between now and June. Don't argue with me, argue with your aunties. Yeah. Arsenal weren't their best today. They weren't the Arsenal we saw for the last 5 weeks. But it's not normal for a team to be battering teams 6-5, 6-0 anyway. That's not normal. So Arsenal were going to regress at some point. But the question was whether they can get over the line and still take the 3 points and show the mark of champions. And who did? Arsenal Football Club. Now, for me, Saka wasn't at his best today. Trossard was okay. But the guys, the midfield, Declan Rice, signing of the season, first of all, by the way. Signing of the season, not hearing any other names right now. Signing of the season, hands down. Ben White is starting to hit form, very good form. And even with mistakes, I don't think Gabriel had his best game today. I think Wissa caused him problems. I think Ramsdale with the mistake, there were issues there. But then Odegaard, Jorginho, and Kai Havertz, and who was the other one? And Declan Rice, those guys, that's all that Arsenal needed. Arsenal don't need all 11 players to be good. Otherwise, they're going to keep banging. They're going to keep spamming guys 5-6-0 every game. But the core spine of the team is performing at a level where, regardless of what happens around with the wingers, maybe in the striking position, maybe one of the wing backs might not be on it, it doesn't matter because it's enough to get through the game. At this point in the season, 3 points are crucial and 3 points are huge. So I don't want to hear anyone talking about, oh, this looked unsustainable. What are they going to look like next game? Because when Darwin Núñez scored last minute, it was the mark of champions for Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? So we do need to keep the same energy with Arsenal Football Club. They need to be stopped. You know what I'm saying? We can't have these men winning the league because the fan base will go mad for one. And also, it's 20 years of waiting. And let's be honest, do the Arsenal fans deserve a Premier League after waiting this long? Listen, 20 years is a long time for a team that I consider the third biggest club in the Premier League behind Manchester United and Liverpool. They're a team of heritage, you know what I'm saying, invincibles and all some of the great players that were at this club prior. And let's be honest, the Arteta outers, man, can't really hear you, man, too much. I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's not okay to be Arteta. I'm not saying you don't have to say that. Like, you can be Arteta out. But, bro, like, to be complaining, I don't see why there's any complaints at this moment in time. The bench players are doing a thing. The so-called fringe players that weren't called good enough are now doing their thing. People are moving into their stride. Saka doesn't have to be 10 out of 10 for you guys to get a win. Odegaard doesn't have to be 10 out of 10 for you guys to get a win. The whole team is thriving as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Odegaard today, majestic again. Majestic again. Ben White, 2 assists. 2 assists. And I also want to speak about Aaron Ramsdale. I'm someone who believes that Raya is a good keeper. I also believe that Aaron Ramsdale is a decent keeper as well. I think the actual quality between Ramsdale and Raya, I don't think it's that great. If Raya's here, I think Ramsdale's only here. Like, they're not worlds apart. What I would say is that I feel like Ramsdale's in this mode where he probably is still trying to impress. I think even though he made the mistake, I think Ramsdale's distribution was top class today. His throw, the throw he did over the top to Trossard, his distribution was brilliant at times. Listen, he made the mistake, and maybe if Arsenal draw this game 1-1, we're talking about how he can never put on an Arsenal shirt again. But that's the fine margins of football. That is the fine margins of football. He made two crucial, arguably title-saving saves. The one for Tony, for his distance, for his quality distance from range. Tony also had a good game, and so did Wissa, by the way. And also the Collins header. He has to save that. You don't save those, you go 2-1 down, this game is done. Arsenal get a draw max. I can't see them coming back from that in the 75th minute. Crucial saves. But yeah, moving on obviously to Kai Havertz, man. Listen, I think it's time maybe we make our apologies as loud as our criticism. Kai Havertz has not been scintillating, in my opinion, this season, but by no means has he been a flop. By no means is he a bum. You can tell, even though, as long as you accept what Kai Havertz is, then I feel like that's the better you're gonna, like, that's fine. That mentally, that will put you guys at ease, especially the Arsenal fans that don't rate him, and probably the bitter Chelsea fans as well. Kai Havertz is playing his football to a level where Arsenal are winning, and he's part of what Arsenal are doing. Regardless of if he's scoring 20 goals or if he's scoring 8 goals, I feel like what he's doing on the Arsenal pitch right now, he's hit form again. And Chelsea fans are saying, oh yeah, when he does this, he hits form for about a month and then he does nothing for, like, listen, Kai Havertz is not a bad footballer. He's not a mastermind. He's not a maestro. He's not Odegaard, but he has a part to play in this Arsenal team. And if that gets them a Premier League or a Champions League, then apologies need to be made, including probably from me. I don't think Havertz is rubbish, but I do think he was overpriced. But if he's doing things like this and scoring crucial headers, trust me, that is how you repay your that's how you repay it. And I'm pretty, didn't he score the header last minute against Brentford in the reverse fixture? Bro, he's paying off his price tag very slowly but surely. And he's impressing me with the little nuances, drifting into spaces. I think he's better as a false nine than he is as an 8. I think in an 8, he looks a bit lost. In the false 9, he looks so much better and is so much more advantageous for the team. Listen, I'm not going to speak too long on the Arsenal thing. I just wanted to kind of come on here and give them their flowers, because other teams like City and my club we are hailed for wins like this where we're not at our best. So we need to give Arsenal their credit as we do. They was going to win this game anyways, but when it's 85th minute and you still ain't scored yet, it's panic stations. You know what I'm saying? So big up, well done to Arsenal. Liverpool versus City tomorrow. There'll be a video on that. Make sure you guys smash the like button, drop a comment on who your man of the match was. Mine was going to be Odegaard for me because he was just so good in everything he was doing. But again, like, subscribe, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys thought. It's been another episode of Big Six Bands. Take care, people. See you.